365 Sports.
All right. From a Hoosiers perspective, if IU beats Purdue, it's a win on the season no matter what?
Yeah. In the words of Kurt Signetti, Purdue sucks, but so does Michigan and Ohio State.
Oh, well, the IU football schedule came out, so they play both Michigan and Ohio State next year.
Purdue.
And Purdue. And,
So,
yeah, but we're here to talk basketball.
It's in Bloomington. Both games are in Bloomington, both
Right.
Michigan and Ohio State, which they weren't last year.
Right. Yes, that is true. Yeah. Well, we're here to talk basketball, though. So I'm Kevin. This is my son, Liam. We are happy to present 365 Sports Indiana as part of the 365 Sports Network.
Welcome back. This episode, we will go over the last week of IU basketball games. It started rough, but ended well, so we will see where the Hoosiers can go from here as we go all in.
Yes, you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at 365 Sports Indiana. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. So, the first game, we get to talk about Iowa.
Yeah. Tough loss, 57-74. They never really had any control in the game at all and kind of ruined it for them. You have to have some control in some portion of the game to get anything done in basketball, and that just wasn't the case.
Yeah. Tatum Conaway had 16 points.
Yep. Sam Alexis, 13, and he had 8 rebounds.
And those are the only two in double figures. Tucker DeVries only had 7 points, 2 for 6 from 3-point.
Daddy's boy. Lamar Wilkerson had 9 points, only 1 for 5 from 3.
Yes, as a team, they're only 25% from distance.
Yeah, which is not great, especially from a team you expect to shoot a lot of threes. So you expect more around maybe the 30 to 40 mark, but that just wasn't happening. We know what it's like to see a good three-point shooting basketball team in the Pacers that normally shoot 40 from the field at least. Sometimes there's been many times like in the Knicks game where their true shooting percentage was upwards of 90 in the entire game, which is crazy. So, but
that all comes to proper training. Speaking of which, Farm Hounds can help you train your puppies with healthy treats like at Country Mountain Dogs. Click the link in the description for more. That leads us to the next game.
Michigan. In Michigan, turns out Michigan does not suck. 72-86. Just too little, too late. It's tough playing in Michigan too. Basketball, I feel like home court advantage matters so much more than football because it's really easy to get a football crowd out of it. But 1 point, just a single free throw can get a basketball crowd back into it. But Michigan was able to just put that to bed with the crowd. Speaking of which, Joi Baby sleep sacks and the matching crib sets can help you put your little one down to sleep at night.
Yes. DeVries had 15 in the game, so he had a little bit of a bounce back there.
Yep, Nick Dorn, 14 off of the bench.
Right, and then Alexis and Reed Bailey each had 11. But that's not going to quite get the job done, especially on the road in the Big Ten against, at the time, I guess, still at, because of their win, number 3 in the country, Michigan. Yeah,
better scoring from IU this game, but the next game at Rutgers, IU played phenomenally, 82-59, beat out Rutgers by a lot. In Rutgers too, so I just talked about home court advantage and how much that matters. They black uniforms.
Yeah, did you like them? Did you see them?
I didn't see them. Here, let me look it up right now.
All right. Black uniform. So basically it's the white, flip it all to black. I think they debuted them last year under Woodson, and they brought them back in this Rutgers game. I mean, they're playing another red team, so, let's go black and see what happens.
I like them.
I figured.
I am a sucker for a good black uniform. Why the Colts should have a black uniform.
This is exactly what we asked for. Flip the white to the black, end of story.
Yeah, just flip it. It'll do amazing.
Yep.
Wilkerson had 27, Dorn had 23, and he was 6 for 10 from 3.
Yeah, he's this is the start, I think, of the Nick Dorn reign.
This is number 7, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Nick
I've seen highlights and stuff like that, but it's taking me a bit to connect because I've been so focused on football and stuff like that recently because it's been elongated this year, thankfully. I'm still on my high horse from that. I just watched some highlights about pretty much every touchdown this season, which it was a long video. It was 20 minutes long.
Of course it was.
But so it's taking me to get number to face and number to name. So just trying to still grasp that, learn that.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Nick Dorn's number 7. DeVries had 22 and 10 rebounds, so he had a double-double.
Good game from him. And Alexis had a good solid 10 rebounds. Funny thing is, my mom talks about rebounding, and you know who did a lot of rebounding? Alexis, which is also my mom's name.
That's right. Speaking of which, open goal rebounder and goal setup is perfect for your backyard. The balls can just come right back to you, just like they do for IU. Click the link in the description for more on that.
Yes. Can't have only 3 people score 20 a night.
Nope.
Need more balance than that.
Yep. Tatum Connerway and Connor Enright only combined for 6 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. That's 2 players. That's not even a good enough play and a good enough night from one point guard in the Big Ten, let alone a combination of the 2.
Yeah. And then the big game of the week. The Rutgers game was big scoring, but this was big for jumping up maybe in the leaderboards.
Right.
IU beat Purdue. It's also great for pride because last year Purdue won both games against IU. Right. The year before that, I believe IU won both of them with Trace Jackson-Javis.
So Purdue is now ranked number 12. They slipped from number 5 because they had 2 losses this past week. And now this is 3 losses in a row for Purdue.
3 losses to 3 unranked teams, by the way.
And that means that the senior trifecta of Trey, PKR, Trey Kaufman-Wren, and Fletcher Lawyer and Braden Smith can only be 4-4 at 500 during their time versus IU at Purdue.
Yeah.
And that's if they win at Purdue. Now, it's a big if, I get. But, I mean, can you imagine the success that they have seen in their time being together at Purdue and still only being 500 and maybe having a losing record against your arch rival?
Yeah. I saw a fun fact the other day. Purdue and IU, the only rivalry to have one team win both a national football and basketball championship and the other team win 0, which is crazy to consider because Purdue is traditionally a pretty decent basketball team. They had Drew Brees at one point, so they were good at football.
Yep.
But they just could never get the job done. But IU's gotten the job done twice. They're known as a really, really bad football team and kind of not the greatest basketball team recently.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is why their championship has not come out of recent in basketball. So.
Right. Well, Wilkerson, though, in the game had 19.
Dorn with another big game, 18 from him, getting a bigger role.
4 3-pointers. He was in the starting rotation this time. DeVries had 9, but all were 3s, and he had 10 rebounds, so he's 1 point away from a double-double.
DeVries kind of reminds me of a McConnell type of person, stat line-wise. Either really close to a double-double, or he has good points and, 5 assists. In this case, DeVries normally gets rebounds, not assists.
Yeah. But that's a big deal because, Purdue is so much taller and for,
well, I mean, IU is
undersized.
I was about to say IU is just an undersized team, just in college football in general, not football, basketball. But that's kind of how it is nowadays. If you don't have a 7-footer, you're going to be undersized, and
Right.
just I don't know how that's become the thing nowadays. It makes me feel really small as a 5'8" guy. But because like 7 foot, I got like crank my neck for that.
Right.
But so yeah, but Indiana being undersized kind of has fought that all year. So I think going into Purdue, they kind of just like, yeah, cool. We're
Right.
used to this.
And it was a good to see a tough physical win, especially against a ranked Big Ten opponent. Troublesome that there were missed late free throws. I think DeVries twice and Reed Bailey.
You're big on free throws too,
Right.
So.
Well, especially late game. If you look at their overall stats, you would say, well, they shot really good from the free throw line. Yes, they did. But late in the game, Reed Bailey and then Tucker DeVries twice missed the front end of 1-1 when Purdue was up, or Purdue was only down 5 on each one of those times. Continued to leave the door open. It wasn't until Connor Enright, who had only had 3 points on 1 3-point shot all game, buried a 3-pointer, and then stepped to the line and made 2 huge free throws that it really kind of put the game away.
Yeah, you gotta have ice in your veins. Definitely had it there. I always love those moments.
Apparently, they were saying on the broadcast his brother, I think, went to IU, so he got filled in from his brother on what this rivalry meant. So he had a little bit extra because of that.
Got a little chip on the shoulder type of thing. I love it. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that is
for today. We'll be back tomorrow with our Keep the Pace look at the Indiana Pacers week, and then we will finish the week off looking at free agents we think the Colts should target this season.
Yep, Jameis Winston might be one of them. Well, this is Liam.
And this is Kevin.
Reminding you to stay 365 Sports Indiana.
365 Sports.